Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody.
The board game's unlocked, and Devin and I are continuing. I mean, you want to take my job? Why don't you just do the whole fucking opening?
Aeon's Trespass Odyssey.
Very good.
Cycle 2. Abysswatchers.
You're bad. You're bad at this.
You're welcome. That was just for you. Up there. You don't think it's you, but it's you.
Billy? That was for you.
That's for you.
Damn it,
you know
Bobby.
who you are.
Yeah, and I just had the,
Over here.
What is that from? That is 1,000,000% from something.
Fable. I told you. God, I know you haven't heard of it.
It's the most obscure game ever made. Yeah, so
pretty indie. This is a little indie game of mine.
So we are, continuing. We just fought this, the last level 2 Cyclops. And yeah, we're over here continuing. We're in timeline boop. Day 27. Let's go ahead and keep moving, baby. Over to, was that 51?
50.
Alright, this has to be the gate. It doesn't have to be. But it is! Ooh, but there's also a story. And the Doom.
Oh, good. More Doom.
But luckily, I mean, that's pretty much, that's an easy day. So, so exploration step, which is now, we did the movement step, so now we have the exploration step where we get to do no progress, unfortunately. But we do gain a Doom, which that one's easy enough. We just increase our Doom.
I do.
And we now have.
Does this look like? I think this one's our entrance.
I think so too, based off the map. But we do have a. It is a adventure hub, isn't it? Over there.
Like a little ship symbol.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we get no encounter. Expedition. Oh, sorry. The exploration step is these real quick. Alright. Sabotage! So we have the 2 sabotage cards. Argo engines. If you have at least 2 refugees. We do. So we lose a hull. That's not great. We're down to 2 hull.
Jesus.
If this ability to trigger. Shuffle back into the sabotage deck.
Is this Scotch tape?
Okay. So this gets put back into the sabotage deck. However, if our Argo Fate was 8 or higher, or we had 4 or more refugees, it would actually be removed until the timeline battle instead. But we do continue drawing. Gain 3 relief resources. About to relief. 2, 3, and that's it. And then we have 2 more relief resources. Boom, boom. Matching the gas tank. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, Gilbert! You know what that's from?
No.
Of course you don't. God, you're so uncultured.
Yeah.
If you didn't sit and smoke pot all day, you would have seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Is that what I would have seen if I wasn't just blitzing myself out of my mind? Is that... That's what I was saying. What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Dude, your responses to me crack me up. I was thinking about the one the other day where I was like, no one. I think I brought up the movie or the book Hatchet. You're like, no one's really read the book Hatchet, and you were like, it's a shame. like it was the biggest deal. Like that's what's wrong with this generation.
Yeah, no one's seen Hatchet.
No, it's the bread Hatchet.
Oh, okay, obviously.
You idiot.
God.
Anyway, What's Eating Gilbert Grape is a great movie. Anyway, now we have an adventure hub.
If I just seem excited for things, I get included.
That's true. That's true. I mean, dude, come on. Like, what is your favorite movie besides The Intern?
That's my favorite movie. I love it so much.
It's who I am.
It didn't incense me in any way.
You didn't almost shoot up.
I wasn't apoplectic. What's the other good one? Let's see here. I'm trying to think Think of another good angry adjective. But anyway.
Seething.
Seething, yeah. I think I peaked with apoplectic.
Yeah, probably. Alright, we're still in story 1B, so go ahead and roll me a d10, baby.
You ready for another 3? There you go.
Well, it's a 6.
Presses.
It's a 6.
That one's 7.
Which gets us from...
Oh, can I add to it? Can I make it an 8? Because we have that one ability.
Can you make it an 8? I thought it was let's do the one step higher.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Turn to a 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. If that's one that we wanted to work.
I don't understand when you develop an app, like an integrated app that they have made, like that's a pretty involved app. How can you not have screen rotation?
They don't have screen.
No, they do not. It's a little upsetting. I'd be a little bit more inclined to do it. Well, we do have one in From the Ashes, which is the one we'd be doing.
Yeah, you had to bring up the app fucking conversation there. God, my work system is just, it drives me insane.
Is it like archaic?
It's just the stupid quality of life bullshit that you think would be in there just isn't fucking in there.
Well, you know why? It's because that requires money. You gotta pay for good software.
The fact that it doesn't check the order until after I put the password in. So if there's like a check or an interrupt, like I didn't put in the provider number, I have to type in the password before it'll check. So if I keep fucking it up, I have to keep re-entering the password.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't do the check beforehand.
Is that for like medication and stuff?
Yeah, if I'm putting in med orders.
Yeah. I think that also might I see why some people would do that, especially because I used to support medical software because states need a lot of safeguards because there's a massive opioid crisis and stuff. So, but I think from an end user perspective, it could be a lot really frustrating. But we are on From the Ashes, which is pages 55. All right, roll me another d10.
2!
Sand and stone. Gods is the Nemos, which Scorn Champion.
Oh, I do have that one.
Kratos is getting scored.
Hey, that's my first node for a familiar curse.
Is it really?
Yes.
Nice. Cool.
And that's in 2 cycles.
Oh, wow. And who was that for? That was for...
Kierkegaard.
Gotcha. Wow. That is true.
No god on... Olympia,
yeah. Leo Kules doesn't have one either. All right, so Kratos and Kierkegaard both had one. Scorn Champion is what that one was for. All right, now I can go to the sexy app that is voiced by the narrator of The Dark Crystal. That's not true, but it definitely sounds like him. I think, anyway. From the Ashes and Sand and Stone. Boom. Oh, that's the other way.
As you walk through the makeshift shantytown, you are struck by the utter destitution that surrounds you. The hurriedly erected tents packed with too many people. The children, their bellies swelling as their limbs waste away. The frail men and women, exhaustion gnawing at their bodies. The camp sits out in the scorched wastes, just beyond the ambrosia harvesting fields of Laconia. The outflow of detritus from the works taints the land underfoot, rendering it impossible for plants or animals to thrive there. The Helots have nowhere else to go, and the Empire has no use for the barren land. Your heart swells to bursting as you look around at the destitute people, recognizing in them the dull light of hopelessness, the fading flicker of their spirits. The cruelty they have endured has left them hollow, vulnerable.
All right. If P, I don't know why I'm keeping both of these open. Where is it? It is not the glyphs, choice matrix. Okay, is P4 marked? It is! Holy shit. We see 0008. They hate us.
backs of countless weaker vessels. The scarred veteran says, those not strong enough to remain independent become fodder for the Nietzschean's war machine. He has been powerful enough to rise to the top, and you wish to topple him, you observe. Is that not hypocrisy?
You know what the vibe I get from this voice actor? Old, like Sandal kind of movies, like Ben-Hur, or like old movies about like Jesus and stuff, where the audio wasn't like quite like that's all like it's almost had like a mic right next to their mouth, because it's incredibly clean on how he's delivering his line, but also just the tonality and his overall voice just really gives me like that Ben-Hur kind of style, which of course you haven't seen.
I haven't, no.
I actually have not seen Ben-Hur either. Not the whole thing.
In the Nietzschean Sparta, the fear of losing power hollows true strength. New challenges are stifled before they can come into their own. They are cast down and exiled through underhanded methods. Strength cannot flourish, only stagnate. The structure of the empire has begun to rot from within and must be cleansed.
Good. Yep. +1 progress on Inward Odyssey.
Ooh.
I love learning about the Inward Odyssey. Okay, that's 1 out of 2. So then we go to 017.
A figure stands over a small crowd, his robes faded by age, but still stained bloody red. In his outstretched fist, a bronze-tipped spear traces patterns in the air as he talks. A priest of Ares, you realize. The deceitful Nietzschean claims to be equal to the gods themselves. We cannot allow this heresy to continue. I will share with you the wisdom of Ares, and you will become masters of warfare. We will stain the land with the blood of these heretics, this cult of man, and show them the true wrath of the gods. Many of the younger men listen with a gleam in their eyes.
Alright, we would have gotten to choose, but we can only choose number 3 if P4 is marked.
Because we took the scarred veteran.
Yep. Your allies among the Spartans may once have been the oppressors of these people, but they can also be a key to their elevation. Perhaps the Helots need a more aggressive instructor without the delusion of faith in the dead gods. That's the route we have to take. And can you guess what? Can you guess?
Lost
Can you guess?
humanity.
Yes,
God
sir!
damn it!
Dude, I'm all for it. I'm all for
Okay.
it. I can't wait for that to completely tank our fucking campaign. It's only going to be good.
It's going to power him up. Here's my prediction.
Okay.
I think final fight, depending on our humanity loss, somehow it's going to relate to his empowering.
I can see that.
Essentially, it's going to prove his point of view. Because every mark that's been negative humanity, essentially, we have pushed down the weaker folk for some act of strength. Or something
Is that
along
what we've
those
been
lines.
doing? I always thought the way I've been taking it is we've been doing everything to try and get them to fight for themselves.
Yeah, I believe that's what I mean.
Okay.
To push warlike, to take on warlike tendencies.
I see. Okay.
Essentially, we're aligning with his point of view. The less humanity we have.
Gotcha. Yeah, but like his point of view is all about. I mean, strength is everything.
Yes, that's his whole thing. So anytime we use strength as the answer, I think is when we get punished.
I see what you mean. Okay. All right.
Damn fool. The veteran grumbles. The way he's stirring them up. You'll have them throwing themselves against the temple of man within the day. No plan, no support, just blind faith, bloodshed, and slaughter. They've no chance. Show them better then. The veteran nods, and soon you meet with what passes for leadership among the helots and the priest. The helots are wary of trusting your Spartan comrade, but the priest's eyes glisten at your proposal, and the helots are eventually swayed. An agreement is reached. Some of the veterans' officers will stay behind to train the helots in the art of guerrilla warfare, self-defense, and strategy. It will do little to resolve the issues they have with supplies, treating their sick or the like, but at least they will be able to defend themselves. Before you depart, the priest approaches you. Seeing that the helots are now in good hands, he wishes to join you, to spread the word of Ares wherever it may be needed.
To spread the word of Ares.
Ares.
We gain 1 progress.
Okay.
Which is good because we don't need it for the story card. We
So we can go to Emerald Odyssey.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So we get a benchmark there.
We were on 25.
Okay.
We gained 2 Argo Fate, so that's less good. And a priest, and +1 priest of Ares. Where do we put that? 'Cause that is not a thing.
So it's specifically a priest of Ares, not just a priest.
So it's +1 priest, but in parentheses of Ares. So I'll just put in notes.
+1 priest.
So, because like the way I'm taking it, damn it, is that not shift? There we go. +1 priest of Ares is if we're teaching the priest of Ares. If we're teaching the people who've been downtrodden and subjugated how to fight back, I could see that being a benefit in the final fight, where it's like, hey, it's not just us fighting you. We have all these people. This entire. I'd like to say negative humanity is a good thing, but it's like the opposite of how you would normally
It
think.
really isn't. I mean, when the cages are negatives, and it's like, oh, you could skip it, and I'll take that humanity loss on the.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think
because if we,
I think if we have like low humanity, essentially, it'll be the final fight, and say we beat him, and he'll be like, I've molded you into the finest of murderers because that's what I wanted all along, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be like a direct power up. It'll definitely be a check. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. Something either empowering his point of view or actually empowering him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I can say, yeah, with it being negative, yeah, because whenever you crit on like the cages of the Cyclops, and it's like, oh, you break open the cage and you let the prisoners free, it's like gain a humanity. It's like, that's a good thing we did.
Yes.
Versus straight up killing them to try and, so we
can kill the Cyclops.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The ends justify the means.
I think that's what he's saying.
And I'm saying that he's right. I actually want to be on his side. There was nothing we wanted to craft, right? Like nothing super.
I mean, weapons are doing okay. I mean, if there's any
anything.
I just want to make sure we're following the path to the good stuff.
Well, we're not getting any advancements this day, so.
Any named gear or whatever the fuck we can get a hold of.
Right. Yeah, none of that right now. Although, if we get the transport trireme next, that would lead us to the Hephaestion Oxybells. Because we have the 13 Youth Credit, which is an Argo ability. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, we need because then the transport trireme gets us to experimental gear, which is a meta sword, where you call out the number, and you if you get it right, no, I'm kidding, like meta knowledge. Vaulting rope, watchtower pauldron, and siege tower pauldron.
That sounds kind of cool.
That does sound kind of cool. Anyway, that's all. Okay, so we'll just hold on.
Oh, so it's like making armor out of their fortresses.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Alright, so then we are on the story step. So now we reach indicated tile. When you enter the correct tile and have at least one defector, which we have 2, correctly match the clue from the card to the clue on the tile to begin your assault.
Ooh!
So we are thinking, based off the map, I will be very upset if I'm wrong. I should not be wrong. It is 1... Where? Oh, there's 1382. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 1382, which is going to be in here. Now let me go to that and main story 1382. Go to the paragraph. Alright, come on, baby. Come on. Main story, which is page 9. Where the hell is that? Those are all the fights. Watch, this fast forwards us to just the final fight.
Oh god. Nah.
Ooh, I wonder if we are going to fight him. Okay.
Yeah, we might fight him. I can see that. Right?
Yeah.
Your scouts return with good news. This is the right place. The Cyclopean Gate, built on top of an ancient Cyclops settlement.
You may begin your assault. You ready?
Let's go.
That is a lot of text.
Oh boy!
The Argo pulls into the shadow of the Sluice Gate Fortress, towering testament to the Empire's achievements, built on the misery and death of the countless slaves buried beneath its foundation. Massive pillars of carved granite support a pair of unimaginably vast metal doors that serve as a barrier to the great river Eurotas. The sheer cliffs on either side suggest the water level beyond is much higher. This complex lock mechanism allows vessels of the Empire to traverse the vast cataracts of the river. The mechanism is large enough to raise a ship the size of the Argo. The signal hasn't been given yet? No word from our friend yet. Are you sure that he can be trusted? A Spartan, and a former slave driver at that? You think back to your meeting with this new ally, a commander of one of the slave shanties by the name of Demetrius. I have grown sick at what the Empire has become, and it weighs me down heavily, he said then. A convenient happenstance, one you hope you will not regret. You managed to recover only one ignition key. You stand alone at the prow of the Argo for a moment longer, anxiously considering your options. It has been too long with no word from the Spartan, and there is no sign of the gate being activated. But you cannot back out now. Your lookouts already report sightings of Polyroyan triremes behind you, closing fast. There is nowhere else for the Argo to run. You need to get into that fortress, no matter what has happened to your agent. You muster a landing party and quickly head for the shore, close to the base of the Sluice Gate Fortress. Water thunders down from overhead and mist hangs thick in the air, soaking you, your warriors, and your titans to the skin. You approach a dense forest at the base of the cliffs surrounding the massive structure. There, you find a labor camp buzzing with activity. Teams of helots chop down trees while chained cyclops haul them toward the fortress. As you watch, a lone cyclops pulling a wagon passes close by, following a trail off into the tree line. For a moment you consider following, but one of your crew members points out a circle of cages on the edge of the camp. Dozens of helot prisoners are held within them.
I'm sure this could be fine. Alright, we get to choose. 1. The Cyclops is alone and will be easier to contact without rousing the attention of the Spartan guards. Perhaps he can show you a way to bypass the labor camp and head straight for the fortress, even though this means ignoring the suffering of all the other slaves in the camp. We can free the Cyclops and sneak our way in. We will lose humanity. Or 2. If you free the Helots, they can undoubtedly show you a way up into the fortress. However, this does mean revealing yourself to the Spartans and losing the element of surprise. The cost in blood is likely to be a high one. Free the Helots and fight your way in. Maybe gain in diplomacy with the Helots.
Let's do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't want to do that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Let me check our other diplomacy. Let me just check it. Let me just check. Where are we with the Helots? Damn it. We would actually be at 3 with the Helots, which would get us too distrustful. Oh, you can actually help the Cyclops was one of the factions.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
So what, free him, but you lose humanity?
It's because we're ignoring the Helots.
So 2 of those are humanity losses.
No.
No, one was sneak past.
Yeah, which is free the Cyclops and sneak in, lose a humanity.
Okay.
And then the second one was free the Helots and fight your way in, and we just gain a diplomacy with the Helots.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to do?
Well, I feel like we've been...
I mean, yeah, you're right.
I think we just need to... I don't know.
We
keep doing... Yeah, was it in Justify the Means? We've been all about that, but I think it's trying to push us in the other directions. And every time, it always makes the worst choice, helping slaves. Every single time.
I know, and who really wants to do that?
And it's like...
But freeing the Helots is helping the slaves, and that's theoretically the best one.
Yeah, but each time we go for more of the broad strokes approach, where it's like, oh, we'll eventually free them all.
Yeah, like, if we take down the patriarchy, if we kill the Nietzsche, then they're all free.
Or we could help this large group of them right here, right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a mess.
They definitely don't make the choices easy, ever.
Super efficient, take them by surprise, and dance them and smack them on the booty. Awesome, super successful route.
Yeah.
Or you want to free a bunch of slaves and like totally give yourself away and make this way harder to lose lots of crew. Do you want to do that?
I know, it's like, why can't we do both?
Like,
why can't we free them by sneaking in?
I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck you, game.
Yeah, God.
So
Let's quit.
I mean, every time we've done the I don't know. I want to save him this time. See what happens.
Okay.
See how bad it's gonna be.
Okay. Free the Helots and fight your way in. Don't say it, then tell you.
Okay.
But there we are. Hey, we're at distrustful with the Helots, and we go to 0023.
The attack on the labor camp initially blindsides the Spartans. Your Titans lope ahead of you to smash into their ranks, hurling warriors aside like children's playthings. The newly freed Helots respond quickly, grabbing mining equipment, sharp sticks, even shards of shattered rock to arm themselves. Good. Counterattack will happen any second now.
Okay. The Helots attack us. Get them! They're freeing us! They're trying to take our jobs! Immigrants! Wait, what? Alright. Each Argonaut tests Fury or Endurance. You can gain a Rage or Danger to add +1 each. If P4 is marked, we get to add 2. And P4 is marked. That was the
Add to our roll?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So Fury Endurance. Which I don't think I have.
Oh, cool. Alright, Fury. So 12 plus 4, what do we need to make? What's the number that we need to reach?
Oh, you get 8.
8. So I get +4 with Olympia over here.
Nice.
There it is.
You got it.
Olympia succeeds.
Kratos gets +4. Oh, I got a nat 10, baby.
Hot.
Kratos, what with the rage? Yeah.
Dude, calm down! He just pulled like a spine out of his asshole!
Oh, guys, I'm a slaver. Dude!
Ready, 10?
And then Leo Kules has no fury. He does have an endurance, though.
Okay.
6
So
plus
1,
1. Yeah, we got
There
it.
it is.
That's 4
Nice.
successes, baby.
Dang, kind of want to take that fury, or that rage gain.
Right? The Argos forces close together in a tight-knit, almost impenetrable formation. You are a community like no other, and not even the might of the Nietzschean's empire can break you. Subtract an Argo fate.
Nice.
All right. That was hot. That was hot. Yeah, we just massacred them. Whoops.
For your ascent and hold the Spartans at bay. It is certainly a suicide mission, but these warriors emerging at the foot of the trail up to the fortress. You push through the last few ranks of the enemy,
That's funny.
emerging at the foot of the trail up to the fortress. You know it will be a grueling climb with a large enemy force at your backs. A unit is mustered to cover your ascent and hold the Spartans at bay. It is certainly a suicide mission, but these warriors accept their orders without hesitation. Reluctantly, you begin your climb. You know you will not see any of them again.
We lose a crew and gain a refugee.
Okay.
Where is that? Okay. And then we continue.
As you reach the top of the trail, the shadow of the fortress looming ever larger before you, another structure heaves into view, almost skeletal in silhouette. Its white marble columns have been burned black, its statuary has been shattered, and crude vandalism is visible all across the broad courtyard of this once grand temple. In the center of the courtyard, an enormous statue has been toppled, the body broken into countless pieces, the head some distance away from the rest of the carving, as if hurled by furious hands. This was a temple to Helios, you say, recognizing the sun god's features. The Nietzschean ordered all of the temples to the dead gods to be ransacked, an older Helot explains. But the cult of Helios was shown the least mercy. Every haven of his followers was uncovered, his priests crucified alive atop the sluice gate fortresses for all to see. The Nietzschean personally saw to the desecration of each and every temple to the sun. Even the mention of Helios is enough to send him into a frenzy.
Oh yeah, 'cause it's
You
like a
nod your
shadow.
head quietly, curious about this
His
new
beast is like a
information.
shadow.
Yeah.
What is it about the god of the dawn that angers the Nietzschean so?
We gain, in word Odyssey.
Oh shit, so we got 2 now.
Yeah, we do.
Nice!
Yeah, we do. So remind that is boom boom. So we have 25 and 26 to read. And then we continue.
The sluice gate fortress looms ahead of you, its walls imposing, with heavy oaken gates blocking your path. Impassable for mortals. For titans, barely an inconvenience.
Too easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Inside,
It's like, oh, I'm sure it was very difficult to open up the sluice gate. Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Oh really?
take note of the fortifications. The bulk of the
He did really
enemy's
good at
defenses
creating
are clustered
all those
around a massive
catchphrases.
command
He did make
bastion,
so many fucking
the seat of the
catchphrases.
fortress's commander. Directly opposite, the gate control housing leans out over the open space beneath the sluice gates, ideally situated for observing its operations. There are far fewer warriors between you and this target. The commander of this facility has hidden himself in the command bastion, withdrawing forces from elsewhere and making your primary target vulnerable to attack. But that bastion is also the place they'd hold prisoners, such as your missing operative.
There he is. The defector Demetrius put his life on the line to help you. You cannot leave him to whatever grim fate the Spartans may have in store for him. You also know that there is much information that the Cryptea could extract from your Spartan ally, which could be used to harm you. We can rescue Demetrius in spite of the risks to your mission. That gives us +1 diplomacy to the Simici. Or the Argo is relying on you to succeed in your mission and open the gate for them. Demetrius knew the risks. As much as you wish you could help the young defector, and as much as you can see the importance of eliminating the commanders of this facility, your duty to your people come first. Remain focused on the mission and leave Demetrius to his fate. Lose humanity. I think we should... I would actually say we help him.
I'm leaning that way too.
Okay.
I want to...
I think he would
I feel like it's just going to put another check on us.
It might. It might, but that gets us at 3 Simici as well.
Nice.
So both of them are at distrustful. So that's nice. Look, I'm going to need you to get up all the way off my back about that. Oh, let me get off of that thing. Yeah, he did an update on how he's going to basically start doing those videos once a month because he's getting super burned out, trying to churn them out weekly.
Oh. Well, he changed it to bi-weekly.
Yeah, I think.
And I was going to monthly.
Mainly because it's like whenever there's like no movies coming out, it's like he's really forcing them. So it's like, which I totally get. He was like...
I know he did a State of His Channel episode. I didn't watch it, but I saw that he posted one.
He was talking about, he's like, I mean, I have a kid now, and I should probably start spending some time with him. He's so fucking funny. So 0022. I clicked you.
But he's putting out other videos now.
You turn your attention to the command bastion. The leadership of your enemy waits there, and hopefully, so too does your missing ally.
Weird question.
What's up?
How many viewers do you need, or subscribers, where you can actually live off of it? How up there? I mean,
it used to be a lot less because YouTube paid out a lot more, but because of YouTube's fucking censorship things, and they did a lot of... There was a huge thing called the Adpocalypse, where they were being extremely restrictive on ads, because ads make YouTube money, and they say, theoretically, if ads are on my videos, for example, if people watch the entire ad, I get a portion of that. So, but the problem is no one wants to watch fucking ads.
No one does.
So it actually lowers views. So it used to matter on view count and likes and stuff like that a lot more, but now it really doesn't. Hence why every single major YouTuber has a Patreon.
Yeah, you have to do everything. You have Patreon.
They have a merch store. Most of them make coffee. They do pretty much everything because they can't survive off YouTube alone. So if you're like, I make like $100 every 6 months.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
so,
what 3,000-ish?
30. What am I at now? Over 3,000, which is, that's not nothing for what I do, the amount of work I put into it.
Yeah.
But for people who actually use it as their jobs, it's like it's really nothing.
Gotcha.
So, I watch a football streamer, Tom Grossi. He has 700K, and that's enough to live off of, but not because of YouTube. He live streams all the time.
Right.
It's donations. So, yeah, it is not feasible, really, to ever do it. What did we do? Oh, 0022. Oh, yeah, which was, we're checking if our Argo fate is 6 or higher, which I don't think it is. 3. No. Yeah. Okay, so we are good. So we are going to 0028, which I clicked.
You storm the bastion. The ranks of warriors before you, while numerous, are poorly organized, still bleary-eyed from being roused to action. As such, you are quickly able to overwhelm them.
What's going on?
You eventually find Demetrius held in one of the prison blocks. The fortress commander is also there, threatening to kill the spy. When he sees your titan, though, looking inside the cell like a mortal into a dollhouse. The weapon falls from his
like
swollen
Thorn.
fingers,
Fuck.
and he drops to his knees, begging for his life to be spared. You hurry to the other side of the fortress, to the gate control housing, from where you might operate the sluice gates and allow the Argo to pass into the riverworks beyond the fortress. You glance down over the edge of the sluice gate. There, far below, you see the Argo, beset by dozens of Spartan ships. Haliroya attack her on all sides. Your delay has been a costly one.
We gained progress.
Oh, good.
Boy, I can't wait to have all this progress mean nothing. Like our very next story card is going to be like, gain 30 progress. It's like, great.
Oh, God, we're going to lose
I'm glad, yeah, I'm glad we are.
We're down to 2.
We are down to 1.
Oh, fuck.
We are down to 1, good sir. Mark K6. Oop, no, there it is. All right. And we see zeros.
Did it mark?
It did.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no, it looks 0032. If we lose Hull, we lose the campaign.
Yeah.
The battle outside the gate control housing is fierce, but you are the Argonauts. You have faced far worse, pulled through. You muster your people, shouting words of encouragement as you form up with your titans to create an impenetrable wall of iron and flesh.
Subtract an Argo fate. I might start using my phone for this so I don't have to keep traveling back and forth. And note solid defense.
So D.
Okay. I hate how I can't hit enter, like to make different. Oh, I can. Oh, never mind. Solid defense. Okay. And then we go to 0033. Right there. Jeez.
Inside the housing, the lone Argonaut frantically searches through the complex machina for anything that looks like an activation sequence, any clue as to what levers to pull or which cogs to turn. As hope flickers in their heart and doubt assails their mind, they feel a subtle nudge, their hand drifting toward one lever in particular. You smell a faint whiff of worked leather, machina grease, and a strange primal scent. For a moment, you think you catch sight of a cascade of flowing black hair in the corner of your vision. But there is nothing. No one around you. And then you see it. The ignition key you procured, inserted into a switch by the lever you are guided to pull. Arise, they murmur, as they do.
Okay, we take the Machina Nymph summoning card, but we only get to use it once.
Oh, shit.
So let me. That is secret card 9, secret deck 9, card 108.
Machina Nymph.
I really like the nymphs, how unique they are, how hard they get me. What was that?
You gotta take those cards away from you.
Don't you touch them. Secret deck 1.
It's just feet.
My favorite part. What did I say? Card 1. Oh god. Oh, she looks fucking awesome. That is my favorite design right there. That is so badass. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. No!
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Kind of gives me Ghost in the Shell vibes.
Oh, big time. Yeah. What did she do?
She fucking strokes you, dude. Requirements: at least one Titan has died. Spend one charge to summon the Machina Nymph. Unexhaust all gear of all Titans. Each prepared Argo ability regains one charge token.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So,
We get it one time.
yes, sir. It was. Yep. And her summoning token, this is the bonus token that you may use to summon the Machina Nymph, but only once. After you summon her, discard her token and card. It does not return during the next Divine Surge.
The fortress suddenly shudders as far below massive wheels of iron turn, bellows pushing unimaginable quantities of steam through pipes as the waters of the upper levels of the Eurotas churn. Iago rocks and sways as turbulent waters are unleashed from within the gate. An ocean loosed in a moment. Grinding and churning of the machina is deafening to all within the fortification. Even your titans react in pain at the thunderous thumping of gears and pistons. It takes a few moments for the gate to cycle, flushing the waters contained within until the levels have dropped to match the lower part of the riverworks. Once balance has been achieved, the gates themselves slowly, inexorably grind open. Iago sails in, and the gate slams shut behind it, sealing out the pursuing Polyroya forces. Water pumps into the mechanism, lifting the city ship to the upper part of the riverworks.
Nice. And we had solid defense, so that gets us 0030.
As you and your forces flee the fortress, you glance up into the skies. There, among the churning black clouds, you see something you thought had forsaken this land. A patch of clear blue, a small, brief opening in the otherwise endless gray-black expanse that smothers the Nietzschean's territories. A flicker of hope awakens inside you. You have won a key victory here today. The old priest commends you, gazing up at the sky with a faint smile on his lips, but a grim light in his eyes. No Simici army has ever made it beyond this point. You look back, slowly realizing what you have accomplished. The fortress is yours, and the way is open now. Alliance forces will cross the first cataract, and the sluice gate fortresses, they're not fortified from the north. Yes, the old priest nods. The front line crumbles even as we speak. Sparta scrambles to stop our advance. They can't. Our allies are planning a decisive strike against the Nietzscheans' exposed heartland to end the war quickly with a knockout. But be wary. He will not go down this easily.
Hell yeah. Either place 1 progress on the next story card, or gain +1 diplomacy with any faction.
I like both of those.
Because we are going to get story card. And also permanent. From this point onward, you can move through red lock waterways with the first cataract sluice gate symbol. Note this on your Argo sheet. So it's that symbol. So we can move back and forth between these
Okay.
with that symbol. And then take out, archive the gate crashing story card and the sluice gate ignition key clue card. Then read side 2A of the To Win the War story card. What do you think? I'm thinking extra progress.
That is nice.
That's definitely just because we gained so much progress. I don't want to be locked into where we have have to pretty much get every single tile.
Yeah. No, for sure.
What was it? What did it say?
2A. Story card 2A.
Story card 2A, but then it was the archive, the sluice gate ignition key. Okay. Which is this one. Those are for Cycle 3. Okay. There we are. And story card 2A. To win the war. Ew. Can't wait for him to get his shit pushed in. Okay. So, there's the art.
Cool.
There's the art. Your success at the Sluice Gate Fortress has emboldened your allies and disparate rebel groups across Laconia. As the Argo cuts into Nietzschean territory beyond the First Cataract and a whole nation rises in open rebellion, the front lines are redrawn and the Simici gains initiative. They deem the time has come to end the war with a quick, decisive victory. The Nietzschean is said to travel between the outlying fortresses, inspecting the troops, which leaves you an opening. If you're able to pinpoint his location or learn of his itinerary, you'll be able to trap him inside a fortress and force him to battle on your terms. Until that time, you need to build up resistance in the region. It'll take a concerted effort from you and your allies to bring the tyrant down. Bring him down! So, find the Nietzschean's location and muster the rebel forces. When this card is revealed, perform a divine surge.
Woo!
That's pretty hot. Yes. So that... I think that... Didn't that just get us, like, our summons back?
Mm-hmm. You just spent it.
Yep, we did. So...
Divine
reset.
Surge.
And reset? Yes. Cool. From this point onward, you can freely traverse waterways with the First Cataract Sluice Gate Fort. Note this on your Argo sheet. I don't see why I have to, considering it's right there. Gain the Fortress Map Clue card, which is card 2AA. Fortress of Central Laconia. Okay, that's what that looks like. Spartan stronghold symbols denote possible locations of the Nietzscheans. Take the 6, 2A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Each one an Ares class B.
This is, so these 6 2A clue cards, this is the Fortress deck. Whenever you win a battle, draw one card from the Fortress deck and reveal it. Until the next battle, the Nietzschean is at the last revealed location. This will become relevant when you progress to side 2B. When you lose a battle, shuffle all revealed Fortress cards back into the deck. Progress tokens placed on this card represent the strength of the resistance in the region. When there are 6 or more progress tokens on this card, flip this side to 2B and move the progress tokens to side 2B. So I'm all for putting progress on this instead of gaining diplomacy.
Okay.
Here we go.
And so we'll have 2 on it now?
No, just the one.
Just one? I thought we gained another.
We had
we put it on
had to
anywhere
put on
else.
the inwards
Okay,
Odyssey.
so that's what we're getting 2.
Unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Oh, we might get more.
Yeah.
Okay, where was that map card? Can you hand that to me?
Map.
Cool. Each one an Ares clad. Oh, you said that. You just said that. Okay. Well, that was sweet. We gotta fix our hull.
God, there's like leaks.
just like. What do we? Okay, we gotta check our advancements because I thought we had a way to fix hull.
Spin crew.
Okay, I thought we had a way to get crew. Advancements tab. Those are Argo abilities. I think it's all like the last visited city. Okay. Hey, the grassroots support. We can negotiate, gain an Argo Fate to gain a progress. That's nice. When you're about to lose crew during the voyage or adventure phase, test diplomacy, lower this crew loss by 1. Okay, do we have the same thing for hull? The Daedalus Workshop. During the exploration step, if the Argo is on an unexplored map tile with a hammer, we gain a hull. Gain +1 Argo Fate when you're about to lose hull during the voyage or adventure phase to test X, where X is 3 plus your current hull. Well, let's try that. So we gain an Argo Fate.
You
want me to roll?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Nope, that doesn't count. That wasn't a roll. So it's 3 plus our current hull. So I need a 4 or higher. Okay. So we did not lose that hull. So we're at 2. Still.
There we go. You want my shitty dice.
That is not... That's still not amazing, but that is a save. I'll take that.
Okay, so anytime we lose hull, we can take a check for it.
Yeah, by gaining Argo Fate.
Okay.
We can do the same thing. We can test diplomacy 7 to prevent crew loss. But yes, now we got 2 Inwards Odyssey.
All right.
To read. Which 20? Ooh.
Yeah, we get the 14th muse.
Funny enough, the nymph. The 4th. This is better. It's automatic. It actually doesn't even need a crew. Good, because our crew sucks. Damn it. Okay, so we go to paragraph.
Who put the refugees on the cannon?
Inwards Odyssey. I said 25. 25 and 26?
I wrote it down. 25, 26, yep.
Okay, the nymph and the engine. 26 is really funny.
Over the past few months, as the friendship and mutual respect between you and the Argonauts has grown, the lost tribe of the Argo have begun to share its most treasured secrets, chief of which is the location of what they called the Discus. The Discus is the booming heart of the iron ship, proclaimed one of their elders. Its mighty roar makes even the nymphs fall head over heels for the Argo. If the Argonauts are to be believed, the Discus powers the Argo and is a spot frequented by the strange, capricious beings you have come to call nymphs. Tall order, you are pretty sure it's the Aeolibylian engine room that powers the giant turbines that move the ship. Yet from time to time, you too have heard the hollow rumbling from inside the vessel. Maybe it's this Discus, maybe it's not. This deep below the Acropolis deck, the passage of time loses all meaning. It feels like hours before you reach the spacious chamber of the Discus. The eponymous ring is inwrought into the far wall, its bronze plating polished to near perfection. From time to time...
Imagine walking in a building, like you know you're in a confined space, and it takes you hours to walk.
Jeez.
Like I would just get like a wicked sense of like, I don't know, not vertigo, but like it's just like, where am I? Like, what's happening?
It's like we're a Carnival cruise ship of this bitch.
Yeah, it's insane.
You hear a hollow ring or bang, like a smithing hammer. You can almost imagine 2 gigantic pieces of metal crashing into each other with a force that would level mountains. It is so akin to the sound of the forge, is it not? The voice belongs to a heavy-set woman of alabaster skin. Sweat percolates on her naked shoulders. Light gleams in her pure black eyes. A nymph. You could have guessed. But it is not that sound. Rather, it is your precious engine that you work like an oxen. The Aeolibylian... Do you honestly think a ship like this only has one? How unimaginative. But we can change that. She strolls over to you, takes your leader by the chin. I can make you dream up inventions fantastic, unbelievable wonders of lost pasts and glorious futures. I can inspire you to forge them. You must only say the word. With utmost difficulty does the leader retort. And in return? Oh, only everything. She smiles slyly. Let me think about it then. Don't take long. The nymph turns on her heel and walks away, dissolving into the dark of the chamber. In the coming days, you post lookouts around the discus, but the forge nymph doesn't show up again. Your scouts do report seeing another of her kind, one in outlandish goggles with a happy-go-lucky attitude, the one you call Engine, parading in and around the chamber, whispering sweet nothings to the walls, petting the discus and caressing the cables leading to it. It seems that one was aptly named.
Polish
You
it.
have heard and seen strange things during your travels, but a nymph in love with an engine? That's a first. You relieve the lookouts and let her
Is it leaking?
Everyone deserves some
Right
love,
in my face.
regardless of the shape it comes in.
Alright, we gain the Forge Nymph summoning card. If the hull is 2 or less, you may gain 1 Argo Fate to gain a hull.
Alright.
Let's just go ahead and do that
do that.
immediately. And then we lose by Argo Fate. Yes, yes, yes! Alright, so Secret Deck 6, card 76.
Another nymph.
Another nymph. This time, this one is not one-time use. That's over here. Secret deck. What did I say? 6. Card. 36. 76. Damn. She's hot too. They're all hot.
Oh no, she's hot. Touch.
That guy. You just have to be involved. Ooh.
Oh, it's so sweaty.
There's that. Alright. No requirements. Spend a summoning charge to summon the Forge Nymph, then the adversary moves. You forge a masterpiece weapon.
Ooh.
Resolve the forging a masterpiece special event of your current cycle storybook. Give the acquired gear card to one of the Argonauts. That gear card gains the keyword Argonaut Possession.
Ooh.
After the next battle, lose that gear card permanently. The Argonaut gains the Apathy Faded Nemos card.
Okay.
How god tier is that weapon?
So we forge a masterwork weapon and immediately lose it.
Yep.
And then
we're sad. Then we just don't care
Oh,
anymore. We're just
okay.
apathetic. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter.
Fuck, whatever.
What's the point? So I want to do it. Where are our nymphs? They're there. There they are. Yeah, I gotta look at them all again. Yep, the Solitude Nymph is super hot. The Amalthea Nymph, also hot. The Depth Nymph, also hot because their titties are just straight up out. The Engine Nymph. That one's less hot, but that's also because she has a stupid pilot's helmet on. Oh, we got the Sweets Nymph. I forgot about her. Less hot.
Less hot. She's the sweets. She's the levy.
So mean.
I don't even remember what the art looks like.
First of all, she is. Like,
I mean, yeah.
She's got a great personality. And then there we are with the Forge Nymph right there. Man, I really want to do that. This one is my favorite, though. The Machina Nymph. And we only get to use her once, but I have her token. I was wondering why we had these tokens. I'm like, what's the point? Alright. You want to do it? You want to forge the masterpiece?
Is that like an ability of hers?
Yeah, no requirements. I mean, we lose our 1 summoning charge, so we have to wait for the surge.
So that's her ability.
That's
It's to
her-
forge a masterwork for the next fight.
Yeah.
You get it for 1 fight.
Yeah. No, I don't want to use it right now, but I do want to use it. The Nietzsche shows up. God to your gun. It's a gun. Who needs courage when you have a gun? That was 20. Yeah, that was 25. Number.
I call it the Glock.
I call it the shotgun. Rumor has it kills outer gods.
It does every time.
Number 26 is called the means to an end.
Okay.
Or the means and the end. So that's why I thought it was funny, because we just said the ends justify the means. God, the Inward Odyssey ones are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Go to paragraph. Play!
As you submerge in the emerald waters of the Balaneon, you feel the familiar pull of the other. You feared it at first, but now, after countless battles fought through the Titans, you find it almost comforting. A symbolic return to the womb, into a grander being, sheltered from all the evils of the world, awesomely powerful.
The hubris,
Says a soft, mocking voice you would recognize anywhere. The Nietzschean.
the hypocrisy,
How are you?
always with the how.
You find yourself completely mute and powerless. You are still in the junction, somewhere between you and your Titan's bodies. An immaterial presence stranded in the dark.
The how is never as important as the why. And the why is plain. I want it, and I will it.
You will
This is cult
be
leader speak.
stopped. You muster.
I speak in nebulous methods that make no sense but sound smart.
Yeah, just because they.
I'm always with the whys, but why not the do's or the duties?
Just because that sentence is symmetrical doesn't make it not nonsense.
The void reverberates with a hollow boom. You realize it's laughter.
Sure. And you intend to do that through your mighty titans. War machines of blood and bone you conveniently don like a keton. And
I mean, I gotta say though, his voice, kind of hot.
No, for sure.
I'd follow him. Wow, is that Grandmaster Nietzsche?
scarred as easily.
Your mind conjures the image of the handsome man, sneering.
I see the Balaneon has been upgraded. The titans are even more subdued and docile, like lambs.
Yep.
Is that what you tell yourself when you hunt them,
Oh, yeah.
rip them from their lives, and mutilate them to serve your whims?
got
And
it.
you dare to question my methods? My slaves get to spend their nights with their close ones. Yours are docked in pens.
You want to rebuke his claim, but you find yourself hesitant, suddenly unsure of everything you've taken for granted since that fateful day when you emerged from the mausoleum. The Titans are the violent enemies of mortals. There is plenty of evidence to support that. Yet on more than one occasion, you have witnessed the giants behaving differently. They have no culture and no language, and so you treat them like cattle or pets. But even in the junction itself, you have felt emotions.
I'm feeling bad.
The Nietzschean laughs again.
I never imagined sowing doubt in you would be so easy. You truly are weak, pitiful excuses for warriors. And without your slaves, you are nothing.
You show your hand, you manage to blurt out, desperately trying to deduce his game.
Do I? The best discord is birthed from the naked truth.
He accentuates every word, clearly taking delicious pleasure in all this.
To me, it matters not whether you continue to use the Titans or not. I will squash you the same in the end. You will either accept my point of view and the crimes you commit each time you violate these poor creatures, or you will reject them and be tormented by guilt and doubt. And I haven't even gotten to the best part. You and the Argonauts.
His voice suddenly goes silent, and you are yanked back to reality, gasping for breath, more so out of anxiety than exhaustion. You crawl out of the junction pool. A rogue signal pierced the Balaneon, one of the sages tending to the Triskelion link says as they help you up.
We are really
A
trusting
massive
this foreign
shadow
technology.
unlike anything we've seen. We were able to isolate and block it, but it took several seconds. Have you experienced anything? You look at them.
It was pre-prism.
Words escape. The Nietzschean clearly wanted to mess with your heads and weaken your conviction. But there was a hint of truth in there. A seed of doubt.
Oh no.
Who are we?
Or something.
You unlock the Pygmalion track on your Argo sheet. From now on, whenever an Argo-bred Titan dies, mark one space on this track. Every third space is marked with the Pygmalion stone symbol. Once you mark it, you gain a Pygmalion stone divine resource. A Pygmalion stone may be used after a battle to save a chosen Titan that died during that battle. That Titan is nursed back to health. See Pygmalion stone rules on page 7.
Oh, cool. So once we lose 3, we can get a free revive.
Pygmalion stones are new divine resources that allow you to save the lives of Titans you value the most. During the casualty step of the battle aftermath, you may use Pygmalion stone to save Titans that died during the battle. For each stone you decide to spend, choose one dead Titan. Treat it as if it survived the battle. Do not resolve any end of battle effects that would be triggered as a consequence of its death. The new Argo sheet also has a Pygmalion track. Its purpose and rules will become apparent later. All right. Well, that was a lot of story stuff. All fantastic. Unfortunately, the cycle or the scribe for ATO doesn't seem to have anything for the Pygmalion track, which is kind of weird. You would think it would be there. But yeah, because I don't think is the Argo sheet on the back of this. I think it is. Oh yeah, yep, Pygmalion track. Right there. So we can. Okay, so we just get a Pygmalion.
So we have one.
Actually, hold on. Maybe it's in cargo. Boop. Oh, yeah, actually it's right there.
Oh,
so
nice.
Pygmalion stones, it's like, okay, we go 1, 2, 3, and then... Oh, there it is, Pygmalion track.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Nice it is there. That's awesome. All right. Well, that was all story stuff. So now we can finally head north, and we just got to figure out where the hell he's at.
All right.
And we find out more. So we basically... What is it for the story stuff? Let me take a look at that. Take a look at that map. Is that for the whole map, or is that just where? I think it's the top half now. If I'm looking at this correctly. I don't know. But essentially, we will learn where he is at last by winning battles.
Okay.
So that is it, everyone. I hope you're enjoying. Stick around for the rest of the series. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.